for example, what we're going to end up doing here is defining what this is: build underscore menu underscore CB, opening closing parentheses, semicolon, build underscore text underscore field, opening closing parentheses, semicolon. All right, so ultimately what it's going to do is it's going to run through the public class, see the variables that are going to be needed, all right, and then run through the constructor, which actually builds everything. So once you're done with that, come down to the next line, closing bracket, and then what's left for us to do is to actually define what these are right here. So let's go ahead and hop up here, private function build underscore text underscore field, opening closing parentheses, colon, void, opening bracket, text underscore field equals new text field, opening closing parentheses, semicolon, next line, text underscore field dot x-axis equals 230, semicolon, text underscore field dot y-axis equals 50, semicolon, text underscore field dot auto size equals text field auto size dot left, semicolon, next line. We can go ahead and add this to the stage, add child, opening parentheses, text underscore field, closing parentheses, semicolon, next line. We can go ahead and close that function and move on to building our combo box. Private function build underscore menu underscore CB, opening closing parentheses, semicolon, next line. No, opening closing parentheses, colon, void, opening bracket. All right, and what we need to set up here is our combo box, menu underscore CB equals new combo box, opening closing parentheses, semicolon, next line, menu underscore CB. We're going to set the size, opening parentheses, 200 by 20, as in 200 height, or 200 width, 20 height, semicolon, next line, menu underscore CB dot prompt equals select a tutorial, closing quotation marks, semicolon, next line, menu underscore CB dot add item, opening parentheses, opening bracket. All right, and this works the same way. Opening quotation marks, just call this one combo box, closing quotation marks, data, colon, 1, closing bracket, closing parentheses, semicolon. And we can go ahead and copy this, paste it a few more times. All right, I'm just going to come through here, change this to 2, 3, and 4. And I'm also going to change the name on these, all things combo box. Combo box audio. Player. Actually, you know what? I'm going to delete this one. I'm just going to work with 3 of these for now. We'll set this at 2. Make sure you fix these if you were following my mistake right there. Alright, so basically what's going to end up happening is the combo box is going to have this set in it by default, alright, letting people know to select a tutorial. And then of course, add item. This is going to be the first one on the list, second, third. The next thing for us to do is create the event listener for when what we're going to end up doing is we're going to set this combo box somewhere up on the stage, so when a user selects it, it's actually going to display some text in our text field up here, okay? Basically showing you how to send data from one place to another through the dot class, all right? So that's what we're doing. Menu underscore CB dot add event listener, opening parentheses, event dot change, comma, tutorial underscore selected, closing parentheses, semicolon. And of course, I just called that tutorial selected ultimately because tutorial names, okay? All right. Let's see. Next line, add child, opening parentheses, menu underscore CB, closing parentheses, semicolon, next line, closing bracket, next line. And the only thing that we have left to do is to define what this is right here. And what we can say here is private function tutorial underscore selected, opening parentheses, variable name E, event, colon event, closing parentheses, colon void, opening bracket, next line, text underscore field dot text equals opening quotation marks. And we're just going to set this up as default text that will show up inside of our text field once somebody selects one of the items. All right, so you have chosen, colon, space, quotation marks, semicolon. All right, text underscore field, we're going to tell it what to put in there. Append, dot append, text, opening parentheses, menu underscore CB dot selected selected item dot label, closing parentheses, semicolon. We can go ahead and close this off all the way. All right, so right now, this is what allows us to generate the text field in the combo box through ActionScript. All right, this is going to build both fields. All right, obviously these are the parameters for the field, or these are the parameters for the field. This adds it to the stage. All right, same thing, parameters. All right, adds to stage. So let's go ahead and publish this out, see what we get. Oh, probably makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and move this combo box. All right, I'm just going to say menu underscore CB dot, I don't know, let's say 100, or dot X equals 100, semicolon, menu underscore CB dot Y equals 100, semicolon. All right. Okay, so right now if we select some data through here, we have some text somewhere up on the stage where we'll see it. All right, right here. You have chosen combo box audio player, and that'll change for each one of these things that we select. Let's kind of reverse this. Let's actually not generate this through ActionScript and then go into the interface and set this up. All right, so the first thing we should do is come into our main file over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my library out.